Hey guys, today is going to be a review on Thorpe Fright Night. So I'm going to stick this at the end of the actual vlog video, so it gets into like one video. Let's check this down a second. So it has got 5 mazes plus a additional extra maze which you have to pay extra for. We didn't do that one. That was containment. We didn't do that one. The mazes open at 3 PM. We went on a Friday. I believe, yeah, Friday the 13th we went. And we started. It's also a good idea to download the Thorpe Park official app on your Android device or iPhones, because that's got queue times and it mostly keeps up to date, and it was a bit helpful for us. So it's got 2 new mazes, which is The Walking Dead Sanctum and The Walking Dead Living Nightmare. Plus it had the 3 original mazes, which was Big Top, which had some improvements, really impressively improvements. They have the return of Platform 15, which was majorly improved. I really like that one. And the Saw Alive experience, which same thing. So let's take you through the give a little bit of a idea on what the things consist. Spoilers, by the way. I'm gonna be putting a warning at the very start of this video. So Sanctum, The Walking Dead Sanctum was more of a it's set outdoors. Unfortunately we went on it when it was still daytime, so that's because it would have been better if it was night. It was more of a free roaming thing, so you're just going across this walkway through certain areas. It's more like a not really run down village, just like it's basically squat alleyways, dinky alleyways and stuff. Basically, after the apocalypse hit, these survivors turn into mutants, start killing each other. And you're going through these like washing lines that like close in your head and everything. There's like all these people making dinner and stuff, trying to interact with you, scaring you, all that stuff. My opinions is that was a little bit too short. We was kind of rushed through it. Well, we wasn't really rushed through it. It's just there wasn't much to it. It wasn't that scary enough. But one of the problems is that was probably due to it being daytime. If it was like nighttime, it would have been more scary. But we went on that one first because it was only a 10-minute queue line. If that one's returning next year, then yeah, improve it, make it longer, make it scarier, and do things like get it so they make you go through cars or stuff like that. Like a bit more interaction wouldn't have gone amiss. Next maze we went to was The Walking Dead Living Nightmare. That was a bit better because that one replaced the Cabin in the Woods horror maze from last year. I enjoyed it a little bit better than Cabin in the Woods. They had a little bit of a pre-show in there, which was really good. You have to like kneel down and that. And then they just send you on their ways. Like a few scenes from The Walking Dead and stuff. They had a outdoor indoor bit, which it looked like outdoor due to all the railings and stuff. And they had like a yellow school bus, you know, like American school buses. There you go. They had one of them, and you have to go through the back and out the entrance of it. And it's like these mannequins scrawled over the seats. Now, something what they could have done with that is made one of them mannequins like a real person, so like there's actually a real person in there disguised as a mannequin. That would do it a bit better, because when you're going through the bus, you're expecting a jump scare or something to like grab you or something, but it doesn't happen. It's got some mannequins. So if this one returns next year, then put like a live actor in there. And then you get like a thin walkway to the end. I mean, to be honest with you, that one, Living Nightmare, because it used to be Cabin in the Woods, is not really the longest maze in the park, because it's just behind connected to X Divide. So it's not exactly long, unfortunately, but I don't think they can do anything to improve that, because there's not that much that needs to be added on apart from the bus scene. Next one that we went on, and as it started to get a little bit darker, we went on to the Saw maze. The Saw Alive. There we are. The Saw maze, same thing. This is when the queue's starting to get a bit ridiculous, because well, to be honest, I cannot afford to buy, because we went, like 4 of us went, and about £44 for a fast track ticket for the 5 mazes each. It's a bit taking a piss, I'm not gonna lie. So I risked it without the fast tracks and just stayed in line and stuff. Luckily we got all the mazes done in time. I think it went just over 10 PM because I was just getting the rest of the people out. Anyway, so Alive, after a long queue line, which was about 60 minutes we was in that queue line for. Basically, to be honest with you, same as last year. The same scenes and that, you just go through, there's like different scenes of people getting tortured and scaring you. There's not much to touch on it really, because like I said, it wasn't changed much. If you watch the movie Saw and any of the Saw films, including Saw Legacy, which I'm going to see this month, you would know what to expect really. It's set on it's actually a boat. That's one thing that I did not realise. It's a docked boat along the shoreline. I didn't know it was a boat. I didn't know there was like water on it. I mean, it would have struck me, because when you enter it and when you exit it, you go over this metal bridge over the water. I didn't realise that first time. Well, maybe first time because it was like the last maze we did and it was absolutely pitch dark. This time it was like light and you could actually see the water. But yeah, you could notice it because the boat sways and stuff in the water if it's like choppy waves and stuff. But it was okay. To be honest with you, if there was a new scene in there, I didn't really notice it, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, cracking on. Platform 15, ridiculous queue time. It had there a 70 minute queue time, which turned into 2 fucking hours, which is absolutely ridiculous if you don't have a fast track. By this time it was getting really dark, which was good because the horror mazes outside are better in the darkness. When we finally got on it after our feet were killing us, all that standing and stuff, you basically go through. There's a little tour guide there. He tells you some stuff and what he told you last year, and then you just go through, and then the things they added were some flaps with a bit of a rain or mist machine. I seriously thought it started raining like as soon as I entered the plastic flaps, which was good. That's a really good effect, so that's the first good thing. They had the locomotive there, the train from last year, had like the flames on it and stuff, like scare actors going along, because by this time you're going along by yourself, movie group. And then they added a wall kind of thing that you have to go through, a tunnel. You have to like bend down and like basically almost crawl through this tunnel to get to the other side. It's only about 5 foot long. Then you have to go through a house which they added, which was really good. house. It was only like a 1-story house. They did have an upstairs bit, but it was like blocked off to make it look like 2 stories. Yeah, they had a couple of decent scare actors in there. Also, there was like a little village kind of thing, kind of theme after the house. So you're going through this village and stuff. The little outhouse with like a corner potty in there, or a toilet, whatever you like to call it. And then you're basically going through, and you have to put your hands on each other's shoulders like a conga line, and it's the tunnel, which ends it off. You just go through the tunnel, people start scaring you and stuff, and you just run out the other side. So yeah, big improvement. Platform 15 was really impressive. That the last maze we did, going on quick. And it was the Big Top 45-minute wait time, which turned into, I don't know, was it? Yeah, I think that was actually speeding people through it. It was actually 45 minutes. It was actually a shortish queue line, which was handy. Some improvements in that as well. You go through the pre-show. Which was the fortune teller projected on the screen. There's no fortune teller actress in there like there was last time and the time before that, I hear. But there's like a projection onto a screen or a crystal ball or something. Then you just go through this L-shaped corridor into this completely pitch black maze. It's like smoke and stuff. You cannot see anything. Everything disappears. So I'm like trying to keep up with the guy in front who I'm trying to follow anyway. And hopefully getting out of this maze. So eventually when we actually did get out of it, there's a bit scare actors and stuff as well. There's a mirror maze in there which they added, which was new. After that, there was like a few rooms and stuff which you could open and actors will scare you trying to get you out, which were like optional rooms, I believe. There's a few like interesting rooms, like there's one with a massive teddy bear in there. There's a few with Jack in the Boxes and stuff. There's also an Easter egg for the Living Dead in there, The Walking Dead in there, which was really good, little nod to the series. And then you go into this weapon room. There's always weapons on the wall apart from one. The chainsaw is missing. You can hear it whirling in the next room. So you go through this next room and you're in a corridor. So you have to like run out because these chainsaw guys going after you and that. So you just run through the flaps and you exit. So yeah. Now going on the good bits I liked about the mazes. I liked because some of them they added a audio track which has the pre-show warning like actors may touch you, this and that, which was really good to actually save some time. And the maze changes were good for platform 15 and Big Top. Really impressive, them changes. The two brand new ones, Sanctum and Living Nightmare. Didn't really enjoy Sanctum much, even though it was daytime when we went on it, but to be honest with you, hopefully it'll improve. You never know. Living Nightmare was a bit better, a bit short, but you can't really have anything because they only got a confined space to fit it all in. So yeah, that was pretty decent. Kind of liked it. I had a bit of struggle with the queues, and it's so long on you, and it's so like hard on your feet. It's like quite ridiculous. They could have like sped it up a bit and stuff. Some like one thing that really took the piss when it was in platform 15 in that queue line. There was like two people with from the park with backpacks with like coffee and stuff, charging £2.50. That is absolutely ridiculous. £2.50 when you're waiting in the queue line for about almost 2.5 hours, and they charge you for a coffee, which by the money you pay to get into the park, they should give you for free for actually waiting. And I bet you it's that really watered down coffee as well. The only reason why they give it to you is like keep you awake and keep you functional. Which yeah, I was not impressed with that. They could do a better job really. Also the I got no idea why the fast tracks are more expensive than the actual park tickets, which was not very good. If I won the lottery, then yeah, I'd do fast track, but I'm poor. I'm a peasant, so you get what you're given. But overall, I did enjoy myself. Apart from a few little snags and stuff, I did actually enjoy the mazes and the rides and stuff. And I'm sorry about if this review has been taking so long. It's almost gone 15.5 minutes. So I'm going to give an outro right now. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Also, any links in the description of my social media accounts and PayPal if you want to donate. I think there's my Patreon in there somewhere as well. If not, I'll have to add it in. So I will get this update uploaded sometime this week, and I will see you next time. So until then, see you guys.